Hello and welcome to Success Stories. Success Stories is that show which will inspire you to study the CS exams. And we have stories of students of Ekcel Academy who have studied, who have worked hard and passed the exam. And they will share the tips which will help you to study well. And joining me today is Shefali. Hello, Shefali.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, very happy to have you. Shefali is basically from Satara in Maharashtra, and she was a student in the CS professional program. So first of all, congratulations on becoming a company secretary.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Shefali had previously passed 2 modules, and this time she has passed the entire CS professional. All the 9 subjects are done, and now she's a company secretary. Of course, some formalities of ICS is there, but she has finished the exam, which is the most difficult part. So first thing, Shefali, can you tell us a little bit about your background so that our students will know?
Yeah, so actually I was a science student for 11th and 12th, and my family background everyone in my family background is on commerce side. My brother is a CA and a CS, and I had a thing for biology, so I went to science stream, but it didn't work out for me, and then I shifted courses and I took admission to the CS course. I had heard a lot about it. It has very good scope and is a very good education field, and you get a postgraduate degree. It basically is based on how you study and how you tackle each subject. So that's why I chose this career.
Excellent. So I hope now that you have cleared, it should have been a long journey and the satisfaction is great.
Yes. Actually, it's actually unrealistic. The satisfaction is not yet seeped in.
Correct, obviously, because especially professional, I remember like when I cleared or some of my friends cleared, more than happiness, it is kind of relief. Okay, no more exams.
Yeah. I'm finally done with the study part.
Exactly. See, we have to always study, but studying for exam is always a little bit of stress and tension. Yeah. As a professional CA, CS, lawyer, we have to study our entire life, but not for exams. That is the thing. Great. So Shefali, can you tell us a little bit, especially professional students keep telling us that there are not enough videos for professional, or you don't talk to many professional students. Since you're past professional, first is like, which group did you find challenging in professional and why?
For me, second group was the most challenging because of the subject RCDNR. For me, RCDNR was personally the most hard subject in the entire professional category, because it was very hard to tackle and a lot is expected from us. We are expected to understand the concepts and have the memory, and to bring both of it and reproduce it in exam, that was a challenge for me.
Okay, very good. Then another common question which we ask and which students ask is, which books to study, especially the ones who are attempting executive or professional. They ask which book to study. So did you study only ICSA material or how was it?
Yes. I haven't bought any book apart from study material. I have only referred to study material right from foundation and executive professional. There is no book better than our study material. Yes, you have to get the amendments, you have to keep up to date with the material, but that's about it.
Exactly. So I want everyone who's watching this to please realize, here we have Shefali who has passed CS professional, all the subjects, and she's telling you that CS material is the best. Even we keep telling students, but they ask which book is good, which book is good. From Delhi, they're sending you the book, so they set the question paper from that. So please study that. And that is what even Shefali has done. So coming to after the books, the next common question which we get is the study routine, because there is so much to study. Generally for CA or CS, the biggest challenge is the syllabus is vast. It's more than difficult or easy. It is too vast. There are too many things to study, too many things to remember, concepts and all. So how was your daily routine from morning till the time you slept?
I work in my office, so I'm busy from 11 to 6. So that part of my day is already busy, and I then used to study in the mornings before breakfast, 1 hour, and late in the evening. So in earlier days, I just used to watch all the lectures, let the information seep in, and later on I studied all the modules on my own. I was not just relied on the lectures. So I completed all the lectures at once. Then I completed full study module, and then I combined all of the information, and then I tried to reproduce it. That was basically my funda.
Exactly. So now for people who are watching it, I think very happy that Shefali mentioned that she's working, and the large part of the day goes into work and office related activities. Despite that, you can. So it's all about planning properly and writing properly. That is what we'd like to tell people who are watching this. Next is Shefali, another student keep asking us like, uh, whoever passed, did they write and practice? Did they write answers, or did they write test or exam, or did they directly go to final exam and write? So what was your experience?
Yes, I actually gave a test series about a month before the exam, or you can actually give test series even after before 15 days if if your study is that up to the mark, because in test series we get to know our shortcomings, and we should have time to improve on it. And writing is very, very important. You get you have to know the approach that has to be uh, that is expected from the institute, and that you cannot get the whole thing only through study. You have to write, you have to check how can you reproduce, you have to see what you are thinking is very clearly and understandable on paper. So that's why writing is very important. I used to write in the last 15 days, I used to write daily. I used to practice answers from each subject.
So this is more like a exact masterclass what Shefali is telling. Everybody who's watching it, you may be executive or professional. These are what we call as basic hygiene or good habits of a student. These are basic things. I mean, you have to do this, and if you do it, as you can see, like Shefali, you too will get the results. Next, Shefali, we want to ask. This is see the whole success stories is for two reasons. One is to appreciate the people who cleared, and second is to motivate the ones who are writing the exam. So once who are writing the exam or who did not clear, their question is, how do we come up when we are feeling low, when we are feeling down? Maybe you studied some subject and you're not understanding, or you feel, how will I clear it? I'm sure you would have faced those ups and downs. So when you fell down, how did you bounce back?
So yes, so for executive level, capital markets was a subject for me which was very difficult for me to comprehend, and it was very, very vast. So for that subject, the motivation has to come within itself. You have to see your end goal, that yes, I want to clear it, and I want to clear it anyhow. Then I will take the efforts to understand this subject. You can leave the study material and you can go visit websites, you can read news articles. Our field is very practical. Every subject in our field has a relevance to what happens in the world. So you always have some news articles, or the websites are there. You can visit the government websites and get to know about things. So that helped me in that regard.
Okay, that's really nice to know. Next thing, Shefali, we want to ask about, since you finished the entire journey, the foundation, executive, and professional, going through this journey, and you're just fresh out of clearing professional, what are some of the 4 points you'd like to tell students who are on this journey? I asked this question in the background because CS or CA, it is a long journey. Minimum is 3.5, 4 years. Some people take 5, 6 years, and everybody goes through this. And patience is something people are losing these days. So, in your experience, what are the 3, 4 learnings or tips you would like to share?
In my experience, one of the most valuable thing is that even if you study very hard for the exams, you have to keep a cool mind before exams. You have to you don't have to panic. Like panic worsens everything. Even if you know the answers, you can't reproduce them, or you can't explain them as clearly, and which reflects in your paper and can be seen as low preparation, no preparation for study, but it's not actually the cause. So you have to keep your panic in control. That is a very important thing. I think I've learned so far. And other thing is, for this courses, once you decide, you have to put everything into it. The dedication required is 100%. Even if you don't study for the whole year, take a month, take 2 months according to your ability, but give your best in that period. So that's what I learned, because even if you learn study for 6 months, and if you're not doing it in a dedicated manner, or you aren't giving your 100% to it, it won't matter in the end. But if you are going through, I will learn everything and I have to understand it, the approach is what matters. You can't study for just studying it. Okay, I have to clear this exam, and the Rattamar approach is not going to get anywhere. So the main understanding approach should be, I have to understand this concept. I know this law. If in future someone comes and asks me something related to this, I should be able to tell him or her, and I should have a hold on that subject. So if you this approach, the exams are very easy.
It's really nice. It's actually quite mature for your age, what you are speaking. For everybody who's watching this, I please want you to note this. So the primarily have your end goal. Earlier also, Shefali was mentioning, you should have a clear end goal, and that should motivate you. Like, what is the life, what is the career you will have, and the long-term benefits for a professional qualification like company secretary. That is what you should be knowing. And like she said, panicking will not help you in any way, or by hearting or ratta marna will never help you. And have a very balanced approach, like she told, you will get results. The main thing which we want to communicate in the success stories, everybody who is a guest over here was exactly like you. They are not come from some other planet, or they don't have any some special skills. They just did the basics, dedication and hard work. Now we'll move to something more lighter. Now that we talked a lot about studies, what were you doing in your downtime, or how would you relax? Like, was there any other activities apart from studies and office that you used to do?
Yeah, actually, I love to paint. I'm an artist too. So in my downtime, when I used to paint, I love to listen to music. I love to watch movies and web series. I Maintaining your hobby and study is what I have always believed, because study can clog your brain and then your capacity worsens. And watching or entertaining yourself is equally important to study. So that's what I think.
Great. So again, for people who are watching this, there's some of them, like, I don't know why they feel only rank students clear. All that is not true at all in company secretary course. So like Shepali said, she's a painter, she listens to music. So she's basically a normal person like you and me. That is what everyone who's watching this should understand, and making sure you have the right balance. You can't just many people just go to some web series and they're binge watching and they completely forget study. So those things you have to keep in control. So next, we'd like to ask a little bit about your experience at Ekcel Academy. How was the classes? How were the teachers? What did you benefit?
My experience, since I took classes for only the second group of CS professional, I had taken classes for all three subjects: secretarial audit, RCDNR, and corporate restructuring. But my experience was very good. Abhishek sir was very good at teaching, and their approach, they teach everything from the study material, which was what I was actually looking for, because not a lot of academies or teachers concentrate on study material, and my foundation was always study material. So that was very important for me, and they teach you everything that is to know. And there is also filtration, that okay, this part of study you need not concentrate that much on this, you can take this lightly. That is very important, because our syllabus is so vast, you cannot study each and everything. You need to know what is more important from an exam point of view. So that was very good from Ekcel Academy. Students who have doubts, are in need, you can call them, you can WhatsApp message them. They are always respondent.
Okay, really nice to know. Now we have added one new section in this, where we ask you to answer in one word or maximum 2-3 words. And it's very just to keep it entertaining. First question is, what was your favorite subject in executive?
Company law.
Okay. And in professional?
Secretarial audit.
Secretarial audit. Which was the most difficult subject in executive for you?
Capital markets and security laws.
And in professional?
Professional, it was actually governance, sustainability. That's
Okay.
subject.
Got it. And next question is, what is your favorite time to study?
My favorite time to study is in the early mornings. I think I'm very energized in that period of time. So I think it is a very good time to study.
Okay. Who was your biggest support in your journey of CS?
My biggest support were my parents and my older brother, and also my friend Anuja. She was a very good support to me.
Okay, great. Next is, in your entire journey, if there is only one suggestion you like to give somebody who comes to you and say, I'm doing CS, now you completed, give me one suggestion. What will you tell them?
My one suggestion is to never leave hope for this, and you have to try until you succeed. That's what I would tell. Because there have been times that I haven't been successful, but those are learning experiences. Learn from the things that didn't work out so well for you, and then go ahead. That's what I would say.
Great. Did you make study plan, timetable, that kind of thing, or were you studying with the flow?
No, in the earlier months I didn't, because I just scheduled my time around my work. But later, say 1 month before the exam, I had taken a leave from my office. So that time I had a very pretty strict schedule actually to study, because I would from 8 in the morning, then I would have a break in the evening from like 3 to 5, and I would again study in the evening later on till my dinner time.
Very good. See, that hard work is what has given you results. Next is, do you think you're strong in practical or theory?
I'm very strong in theory actually.
Okay, great. So in the Excel Academy classes, if there is again just one thing which you liked about Excel as a whole, what is that one thing?
One thing is that Excel Academy understands what students need, and they teach according to that. It's not just institute expects of you this, or the exams are written to be in this way, but they actually understand what students go through, and they plan their lectures and study according to that. I like that about it. Yeah.
Great. So now that you have finished CS, what are your future plans? That will be very interesting to know, because you have just cleared. How is the future looking?
Now that I've finished, I have to complete my internship. I haven't. I was working in the office, but it is my brother's office, and I haven't started my internship yet. So I'm not now going to start my internship, and after that, I preferably will be going into practice, because I love the practical aspects and the direct client interaction.
Very good. So we wish you the very best, and again, congratulations to you and your family who supported you all this while completing the CS course. We really had great fun in this interview, and also we are happy that our classes helped you in this journey in a small way. We wish you the very best.
Thank you for your valuable support during this journey. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Shefali. So that was Shefali from Satara in Maharashtra, who has completed CS Professional and who has given some amazing tips. If you watch this, really, I feel she has talked like quite an experienced person, much older and mature than her age. Lot of good tips which will help each one who is watching this. So please do like this video. Shefali's story is something which you can share with your friends so that they too get motivated. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I will see you in the next success stories. And I hope that you too will come one day on success stories. Thank you very much.